Our next submitter in a personal capacity is Nicole M. And Nicole, in your personal capacity, you've got 5 minutes with us.
Thank you. Tēnā koutou katoa. I'm just going to cut straight to the chase.
Good on you.
I've done a submission to you based on what I do in my day job, which is going into rural and isolated communities, teaching firearms safety and giving licensing opportunities to Māori. And in a lot of the work that I have been conducting since 2015, I've been going into quite a number of areas where I think this legislation is going to have quite a large impact on Māori. And I'm going to talk exclusively about Māori because I don't see anyone else doing it. So I'm not speaking for them, but I'm just speaking about my experiences in the area. And these rural and isolated communities are not just full of Māori, but there are a major proportion of the courses that I run through the Whakatupato program. I see that the legislation that's before us, the bill, is going to have quite a large impact on unsuspecting hunters in the community. The fines are absolutely huge. And what this will mean for those that have got licences or gained licences is that if they face a $10,000 fine, they won't be able to pay it. If they can't pay it, they're going to go to jail. It's as simple as that. They're going to lose the licence that they've got and they're going to go to jail. My team have been going into these areas for over 4 years, working on decreasing the grey guns. And we're doing that by educating, getting security into homes and legitimising the user by getting them licensed. At the moment, we have a really poor hand-in rate for the banned firearms. And what this is going to do is potentially increase the grey gun market if we don't get these firearms handed in. If we increase the grey gun market, we're going to increase the black gun market. And that's not what any of us want. What will happen in these rural and isolated communities is they just won't bother getting licensed. It'll be too expensive for them if they get caught, and they'll risk going to jail if they do. I also wonder what consultation has there been with Māori on this legislation? Has the Māori Council been approached? Has the iwi Leaders Forum had a discussion about the impact of this bill on Māori? Because all of those that I've spoken to have said that they don't know anything about it, they've not been contacted, and that most of them are looking at the new ARTs that have come in by police, not realising that the impact of this arms legislation bill will have on their communities. There are licences required in a lot of iwi trust blocks. So one of the areas I've been going into is the Central North Island, which is absolutely covered in forestry. They've made it a condition that their own people must have a firearms licence, or anyone entering the blocks must have a firearms licence. So they're keen to support licensing of Māori in order for them to legally go in and hunt on their land. By licensing them, we are encouraging good behaviour. They maintain that good behaviour so they can continue to hunt. And they also have something to lose. So we're creating a bit of a mana system here where they want to behave and encourage good behaviour around the other communities. And on a personal note, I'd just like to do a bit of a plug for sporting exemptions. I'm a sporting shooter, and I think that it's a really good idea to make sure that we can encompass the entire community and including the sporting community. It's not just a hobby. It's a lifestyle choice. It's something that my whole family enjoy and that we achieve in. Sorry, I'm pointing to my gold medal winning world championship daughter here in the corner. And what I'd like to say is that with sporting exemptions, if you seriously as a committee consider the sporting exemption of some of these banned firearms, please extend or ask to extend the amnesty so that these firearms can be continued to be held while the sporting exemption is being considered. Because once they're gone on the 20th of December, we won't have a sport left in some of our disciplines. Yeah. So that's what I have to say, and I'm open for questions.
Got time for just one question. Greg, you wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, Nicole, in relation to, I accept what you're saying about the Maori communities, isolated communities, that we've got to be careful not criminalising people. Would it be fair to say that the compliance around firearms is a little similar around car registrations, so a similar compliance rate around a lot of things in those communities, not just firearms, and that in fact just getting people out of the system in many of these bureaucracies is important.
One of the benefits of the whakatūpato program is that I go in there with police and we identify some of those applicants that come through that have driving histories. A lot of them won't register their cars, but a lot of them don't have licenses either. And it's affordability and the ability to get into town to do some of this stuff. So the police are using their initiative and going in with some driver licensing opportunities for a lot of the rural communities on the back of the whakatūpato program, including going in with some drug rehabilitation, some programs there to help people identify misuse of drugs within their community too. So this is a bit of that trust and confidence that we have going on in the rural communities. If this goes through in this format, they're just pulling up the door again, they're slamming the door in the faces of Māori, and I'm concerned that the impact on them is going to be huge, and we're going to create a bigger divide between police and rural community when we've been trying to actually bring them closer over the last 5 years.
Okay. Nicole, thank you very much for your submission today. And
Thank you.
Thank you.